Wow. I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it. Arizona, this is tough. This is very tough. I'm not going to lie. I just did not see. I did not see Arizona missing the playoffs. I kid you not. I had them in the playoffs. And now Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears have made the playoffs. This is crazy. I cannot believe this. This is one of the most painful losses they've had in quite some time. This loss really hurt. It really hurt Arizona. I'm feeling for you guys right now. And the reason why this loss hurts so much, it's not because they lost to the Rams. It's not even because they lost to a backup quarterback for the Rams. It's because they lost this game, yet they're going to go into the offseason feeling they would have won this game if Kyler Murray does not suffer that ankle injury in the first quarter. That ankle injury took him out from all three. The first, second, third quarter, he was out pretty much the entire game. Their season's on the line, and their quarterback can't come in because he's dealing with this injury. He's doing everything in his power to fight back, to get back on the field. And he actually manages to get back in the fourth quarter. He does everything in his power to get this team down the field. What ends up happening? Blocked field goal. Can't even put up points. They try again. They just get stopped. Oh, my God. This is so tough, man. This final scene before the game ended, where I'm just looking at Kyler Murray's face, and you could see the pain on this man's face. Oh, my God. The pain on this man's face. The pain on this man's face. You could tell he was in pain from the ankle injury, but the man was holding back tears. The man was legitimately holding back tears because season was on the line. His team needed him, and there was nothing he could do about it because the injury kept him out. This is not how their season was supposed to go. You know, the Cardinals went from a team that was 6-2. Kyler Murray was being mentioned in the MVP conversation. They were being mentioned as a possible Super Bowl contender. They went from 6-2. Went 2-6 down the stretch to finish the season 8-8, and they're out of the playoffs. The Bears took their spot. The Bears aren't even supposed to be here. The Bears fans are probably shocked they're in the playoffs. And now you're looking at the Bears. What do you do? What do you do? Mitchell Trubisky was fighting for his job. You were thinking it's time to move on from this guy. And all of a sudden, he helped take your team to the playoffs? What do you do with that? Oh my God, Chicago is confused right now. They don't know what to think. They're in the playoffs, a big part thanks to Trubisky, but everyone's like, it's time to move on from him. What do you do, Chicago? You're so confused. But man, my heart goes out to Arizona, man. This is a tough loss, man. It's a tough loss. Fitzgerald wasn't able to play in the game, you know. DeAndre Hopkins was doing whatever he can, but it's not much. It's just they tried, man. They tried. They did everything they can to win this game. But with Kyler Murray not in the game, there was nothing they could possibly do. If Kyler's there and they lose the game, hey, they just lose the game. It is what it is. But to know that your quarterback goes down, he suffers an injury in the first quarter that takes him out the entirety of the first quarter. Because he suffered that injury with like 10 and a half minutes to go in the opening quarter. And he's out all the way into the fourth quarter. The game is literally teetering. They have an opportunity here. And it's like, if you could just get Kyler back. If you could just get Kyler back, you've got a shot. They weren't able to get him back in time. And by the time he came back, they went down the field. Field goal gets blocked. Try it again. Nothing. On a 3rd and 18, they do a shovel pass. They're not even shovel. They legit... They don't even do a shovel pass. They do a toss. They literally do a toss to the side. And it's like, it's not even like, what are you doing? Because I know everyone will be questioning, like, on 3rd and 18, that's the play you come up with. But when I saw that play, it's just as clear to me as, it just came to me. I'm looking at this like, yeah, it's clear that they just don't want to put Kyler in any more danger. Like, he's already taking hits. He's taking shots. He's really hurting because of this injury. They don't want to put him in any more danger. They don't want him to take another hit. It's better if we don't try to force him to stay in the pocket and try to throw the ball down the field and see something. It's just not there. I think at that moment, the Cardinals knew the season was over. That's tough. To go from 6-2 to 8-8. To be in the talks of a Super Bowl. To just falling straight out of the playoffs. I don't know what to say. I never had that in my mind. I legit thought it was going to be the Bucks, the Rams, and the Cardinals in the playoffs. I did not see the Bears in the postseason. I truly didn't see the Cardinals losing. I didn't see them losing and missing the playoffs like this. This is going to hurt. And you know what? Kyler's going to get flack. He's going to get flack for this. Even though there was nothing he could do, he got injured. He's going to get flack. People are going to say he can't stay healthy. He's about to be injury prone. You can't have a quarterback that's running like this. It's the same thing I hear from Lamar every single time, despite the fact that Lamar has never suffered a major injury or missed time due to injury. In fact, he's missed one game. And that's because he was on the list. So it is what it is. But I know people are going to start putting injury talks on Kyler because he suffered the shoulder injury and now he's dealing with the ankle. He suffered a leg injury at the end of last game against the Niners. People are going to start talking, hey, Kyler, maybe you should stop running, bruh. You starting to get a little bit injury riddled. You might get a little bit of injury prone here, man. You better stop. He's doing this. He's not clutch. He can't lead a team to the playoffs. He's trash. There's going to be a lot of people talking trash about Kyler Murray all over social media. Cardinal fans, don't indulge in it. Don't engage in it. Let it go. It's just going to happen. Right now, I don't know what to say to Cardinal fans. I don't know what to say. I don't know how they feel because this is not a game that they just went out there and lost. They lost this game when they honestly look back at it and think, we could have won this game if Kyler Murray stays healthy. If he doesn't suffer that ankle injury, what could have happened in this game? They were down in the red zone. What could have happened? What could have happened if he doesn't suffer this injury and it doesn't take him out for a majority of this game? What would have happened? That is the true question. I honestly do not know. I don't know what would have happened. I don't know what could have happened. And that is honestly going to be the question that the Cardinals are going to take with them to the offseason. This was the season they took. This was a season they were supposed. What's wrong with me? This was a season they were supposed to take a leap. This was their season. Starting out 6-2, you're going to make the playoffs. At best, you're going to have some rough times, but you think you can make it in with 11-5, 10-6? But no. They go 2-6 down the stretch. This sucks. This honestly sucks for Cardinal fans. And I don't even want to bring up what people were saying after 8 games because they were really again, with the NFL, it's a week-to-week basis when it comes to reactions. One week your team can be trashed, the next week they could be a possible Super Bowl contender. That's just how it works. So all the way back in week 8, after 8 games, Kyler Murray was looking like an MVP, and this team was looking like a contender. And I told Cardinal fans, one thing you need to focus on is how you finish off. Because a lot of people are like, oh, Kyler's better than this guy, Kyler's better than that guy, he's doing this, he's a top 3 quarterback, all this stuff. And I'm like, it matters how you finish. And you'll be like, well, he's dealing with injuries. Well, that's part of the game. The best ability is availability, man. If you're not available, if you're not healthy, there's nothing we can do. Other quarterbacks go out there and take those risks. If they don't get injured, I don't know what to tell you. It's part of the game. So him dealing with the shoulder injury, people are not going to be able to use that. You can't use that as an excuse. It's part of the game. No one's going to want to listen. Dealing with that leg injury at the end of the Niners game, no one's going to want to listen. Dealing with this ankle injury here, nobody's going to want to listen. Okay? It's not going to work, man. And it's so tough to see the Cardinals go out like this. But, I just don't know. I know a lot of people were calling for Kingsbury's job, saying that this whole air raid offense situation, it's just not going to work for them. They need to change up the offense. They're doing this with Kyler. Improvements need to be made. Head coaches. It's just a lot of talk coming out of Arizona regarding the coaching situation and the system of offense they're running with Kyler and the crew. I don't know what they're going to do with the offseason. I don't know what the plans are because this was the year they were supposed to take the huge step. And it looked like they took that huge step for 8 games. And then they just fell down and just collapsed. Wow. I just got nothing more to say. As for the Rams, congratulations on getting the win. You managed to do it without Goff. Hopefully you guys will get Goff next week against whoever you're facing in the playoffs. You guys are, you're the 6th seed. So you're going to go up against either Seattle or New Orleans. Most likely Seattle. So you're probably heading to Seattle. So prepare for that game. You're going up against Seattle. That's going to be an NFC West battle matchup in the wild card round. It should be good. We'll see what happens there. It is what it is. Unfortunately, the Cardinals were not able to make the playoffs, but that's just how it rolls. With that being said, that's all I got. Cardinal fans, I feel for you, man. That's all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.